Kensibetnas, pada natin programa Caritas Deep Year 2023 sa linggo diyan sa Lakwa Chapel. Oh, tuloy-tuloy po.
This is a new generation of Russian youth. All prepare for their invasion. We've been working
There's evidence of the Russian route all over Museum. These men are checking out the former Russian position. Department ammo, the fleeing Russians left some cultural souvenirs.
Lenin, and Venezuela peanuts here.
And some distinctly Soviet-looking newspapers. So how did these men achieve
Dahil
such
sa ulan sa sapat panahon,
According to Andrei Malakov, one of the commanders, it's partly thanks to a disinformation campaign ahead of the counter-offensive. He's now recovering from gunshot wounds sustained during the operation.
Hindi ako Special Forces. Captain Andre, tulong ka na.
We send lots of troops there. Asal kau di dekatku, besertaku selamanya.
Magalipat na may special programming ha.
What makes the news particularly remarkable, Malakov says, is that Russian troops in the region outnumber the Ukrainians 2-1.
Itong gagawin mo? Tapos may gagawin natin pag may Caritas, Leap Year 2020, malapit na tayo ating Caritas Manila. Isang programa.
The Queen's children are some of the most famous and infamous figures in the world. But the youngest of the royal bunch keeps things surprisingly low-key. Queen Elizabeth II was the longest reigning monarch in British history. She
Namatay
held the
si
throne since
Queen Elizabeth
1952,
sa makabilang buhay na
succeeding
po.
her father, King George VI. After
Ibang
his
buhay na
death,
si Queen
she was
Elizabeth
officially
dahil sa
crowned queen the following
namatay
year
na.
and remained on the throne for 70
Hindi ng
years.
Queen Elizabeth,
And was able to
makabilang
celebrate
buhay
her platinum
sa
jubilee a few
bansang
months before
Britanya.
her death
Itong
on
kasikan
September 8th,
ng namatay.
2022. At her coronation, she was already a mother of two. Prince Charles was born in 1948, and then Princess Anne was born in 1950. whom
Princess
she had with
Elizabeth,
her husband,
makabilang buhay
Prince
na ha.
Philip. The couple would have a total of 4 children together. About a decade after her only daughter's
Magbago ka
birth, she
siya,
gave
ah.
birth to her second son, Prince Andrew, in 1960. About 4 years later, she had their fourth and last child.
Andi si Reyna.
Prince
Andi si
Edward,
Reyna.
who was born in 1964. King Charles III ascended the throne upon his mother's death and had always been expected to do so as Prince of Wales. As a result, he has always been one of the most visible members of the family. But one of his siblings, Princess Anne, was quite the royal. She appeared in the 1976 Montreal Olympics, was married twice, and even made some
Magbabalik
noise
pa ang
too in
Caritas
the fair.
Narrative Program
According to
pagsamantalang
she's
natin na yung
recently been
preempting
pretty
ang
quiet, but from time to time makes headlines per a CNN article and has been a lot more visible since her mother's death. Her younger brother, Andrew, on the other hand, has gotten a lot of attention in the last few years due to sexual assault allegations and his connection to Jeffrey Epstein.
Virginia Giuffre, then known as Virginia Roberts, alleges that she was trafficked to have sex with Prince Andrew.
Prince Edward, the Earl of Wessex, has not quite grabbed as many headlines as his older siblings. He is the last child. There's a huge age gap between him and his 2 oldest siblings. And he hasn't really experienced any controversy. So why is he rarely heard about? For starters, after completing his studies at Cambridge in 1986, he went to serve in the Royal Marines. His service, however, was short-lived, as his heart was truly somewhere else. In 1987, he made headlines for quitting his Marine post to pursue performing arts instead. The Guardian reported he ended up in television production and even created his own production
Magan,
called
please.
Ardent Productions in 1993.
I don't
he
know.
did grab some attention in 1999 when he wed Sophie Rees-Jones, who became Countess of Wessex. In a small-scale ceremony for Town and Country magazine, the two would have the first royal wedding after Princess Diana's shocking death 2 years earlier. Per Britannica, he and his wife have 2 children together, a daughter named Louise and a son named James. His love for the arts glaringly presented itself when it came to the royal title that both he and his wife have. Per Woman and Home, Prince Edward was a major fan of the 90s
Arthur.
film Shakespeare in Love. In the movie, actor Colin Firth
Tawag na
plays
pulis,
a
tawag na
character
pulis, eh.
named Lord Wessex.
Ay,
And the prince
Diyan pa
became
rin siya naman
obsessed
pwede,
with the
no?
name.
Wala
Despite
kay
the
normal,
fact
digiya
that
kanina.
were supposed to have,
Nasa si Verde
he
sa...
and the new name change. He and his wife were initially supposed to be a duke and duchess. So not only did he not want any royal jobs, he also didn't want titles. According to The Guardian, his television career came to an end in 2002, but he continued to stay out of the limelight. In 2017, that all changed. Prince Edward, who had rarely performed any royal duties since his controversial military departure, ended that streak when his father, Prince Philip, retired. After a half-century of service, the late prince chose to absolve himself of his duties via ABC News. Those tasks were then passed on to his youngest son, Edward, who took over most of his father's responsibilities. He is currently 13th in the line of succession, per BBC. His son, James, is right behind him as the 14th, and his daughter, the 15th. Despite being younger than Princess Anne, he and his 2 children precede her in succession to the throne, because he is a male child. It's worth noting, however, that the older rules of succession were changed in 2013, and the line of succession now follows birth order and not sex for children born 2011 or later. Prince Edward is not as well known as other royals, even more with presents, but has been slightly more visible since the death of his mother,
Nagagalit si,
Queen
ano?
Elizabeth II.
Tapos pagbalik ko, sabi ko,
No.